If you like the video, please like and subscribe.
What's up, guys? Tonight I'm going to go over all the updates on this car. I've done a bunch to it since my last video, and we're going to put the new drive shaft in and actually see if it will move under its own power tonight. It does run and everything. I'm not sure if the transmission shifts yet, so we're going to find out. I'll show you the drive shaft here in a minute, show you all the fuel system updates. I got the whole cooling system done. I got some of like the main wiring done for the battery and stuff, but yeah, so like I said in this video, hopefully by the end of it, this thing will move under its own power. We can drive it on the trailer, get the exhaust done.
All right, so I'm using the same old drive shaft. So here's the slip yoke. It's a two-piece drive shaft. So this is the front part of the shaft. It doesn't move. I did have to get a different yoke here for the 400, and then I did a conversion U-joint. It is, the Moog part number is 4477 or 447, and that is going from a 1330 cup. It is the big cup 1330 U-joint to a 1350 U-joint. As far as everything else, it's all just the same old drive shaft. So let's first off get that slapped in and go from there. Before I slap that in, I do want to show y'all, I do got all the fuel system buttoned up. I got the little quick connects to go to the factory fuel lines here. I welded a little bracket up on the valve cover for the regulator, so that's not going anywhere. This obviously is just set here. Once again, this isn't the carburetor that's going to stay on it. I'm just borrowing that for now. The timing isn't set yet, but I got it to run pretty decent right now without actually setting the full thing. So we got the alternator is all wired. It does charge. We got the battery cables done. I got a ground cable. I do need to put a bigger ground cable, I think, but that'll be later down the road. Obviously, we still have our gauges there just for now, and I just have some ghetto wiring done. Literally just flip the switch using the factory electric fuel pump, and so like I said, it runs pretty good. Let's get this drive shaft in and see what we got. Guys, well, transmission's full. I'm actually like shaking right now. I'm so nervous if it's gonna move or not. I'm not gonna run it very long just because it's so goddamn loud, and it's like 10:30 at night. My kids are sleeping. Obviously no exhaust, so I guess here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Oh my God. I can't believe it actually fucking moved. So obviously got forward reverse. I shifted through all gears. Everything was there. So that's a huge fucking step. Holy cow. Man, I still can't believe it even moved. I didn't realize, I didn't even think about it. Brake booster is not hooked up. So when I went and put it in gear, it lurched forward and it was pretty hard to stop. I'm not even gonna try to drive it tonight. I'll drive it tomorrow or something, just around the yard and make sure it actually moves. But man, coming from where this thing was, I mean, the valve covers were totally smashed when I found this motor. Literally, the car was caked full of dirt, so just laying, it was literally upside down in the fucking junkyard. A forklift put its damn fork right through the oil pan on this motor, so. Just the fact that it runs this good, and that it was sold to me as a core transmission. So we'll see how it shifts and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. The inside of it looked awesome. I definitely wanna get it up to my work. I'll throw an exhaust on this thing at lunchtime. Shouldn't take me long at all. Not exactly sure what I'm gonna do for exhaust for the time being. Probably leave that up to be a surprise or just whatever I'm feeling that day. I can show you all the fuel pressure regulator. Like I said, I just have everything ghetto wired for now. I wanted to make sure it ran and drove. Let's see. Fuel pressure's great. I can't adjust it up or down, but I have it right at like 8. My buddy is gonna come over and help me throw the hood back on this week. That way I can get it on my dang carport here and pull another project in if I need to work on it. It does have 80 PSI of oil pressure. Once it's hot, it's down to 60, which is phenomenal. Way more than I need. So that's freaking awesome. Lots of buttoning up, obviously, tons of wiring. So lots to go on this car, but huge progress. So guys, I know in the other videos, I did say I was talking about throwing a turbo on this thing. I would still love to do it one day. The problem I'm running into is fitment with the headers. There is no room on the driver's side here to fit any sort of turbo header. So the problem is I'm gonna run the exhaust down and then I'm gonna have to loop it back and bring it back up here. It's gonna be like fucking spaghetti. The turbo is gonna be super laggy because it's gonna take forever to build pressure. So I'm kind of walking away from that point, or that at this point, I guess. I would like to do it someday. I guess where I'm at right now, my kid thinks this is the Ghostbuster mobile. He's turning 4 next month. Both of my kids are really kind of into cars, and I never get to take them out anymore in the Corvette because I have 2 kids, 1 seat. Both of them want to come. It just doesn't work out, and obviously I don't want to put them in any sort of danger putting them both in 1 seat. That's just crazy. So what I think I'm going to do to this thing, I think I'm going to get a big old cam in it, put a big choppy cam in it. I haven't showed, but I have 2 brand new seats, bucket seats for it, and then I have 2 more bucket seats at my work for it that are used. They're like the plastic cheap ones, but I got some really nice red race bucket seats from actually the guy I bought the car from. He gave me a really good deal on them. He bought them for his Corvette. They didn't fit. So that's where we're at with it. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a family cruiser. I want to bring my kids out and have fun with this thing. It's going to be loud. It's going to be obnoxious. It's a hearse at the end of the day. What else do you do with it? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the direction I'm going with it. I know it probably won't get the most views because of it, but at the end of the day, it's all about my family. I really could give a shit less if the YouTube takes off or not, as long as my kids have fun. And like I said, when I first started this channel, my only hope is someday they'll go back on these videos and watch them someday, and maybe they'll still have this car and they can show their kids the progress or how I did it. Yeah, so that's really where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'm missing anything. I do want to get a set of wheels and tires for this thing. I still have to do power steering on it. So this wheel well is not bolted in yet. I'm gonna wait to bolt this wheel well in until I get the power steering pump in. I got a pump. I just gotta find brackets that fit a big block for this certain pump. Pump was given to me. Once again, all about the budget. So I still got to get a carb for this thing. Like I said, this one's borrowed. I got some weird shit going on with the carb. Corvette really would like a new carb for it. So I'm thinking about getting a new carb for that car, taking the bowls off of that carb and putting it on the 800 that my buddy sent me for this car, so that way this car can have 800. I'll get a new blow through for that. Both cars will be happy.
I did run this thing up to temperature. I didn't run it much longer than that because the exhaust is just obnoxious, but it didn't overheat after I got water in it. It overheated pretty severely before I got water in it. I had a huge air pocket. So that's that. Like I said, I still got to set timing. I'll set timing and when it's all said and done, when the exhaust is on it, because I'm just tired of hearing this thing sound like a goddamn dump truck with no exhaust. Yeah, that's where we're at, guys. I'll make this video short and sweet, so thanks for tuning in. The next update, I'll probably be doing the exhaust on this thing. Also, guys, I'm going to try to upload a little more than I have been. I think it's been like 12 days since my last video. I did go to sick week with my kids, just me and my kids went. I had every intention on making a video, but once I got there, 2 little kids, I'd rather just spend time with them. I hate when they're around being glued behind a phone or watching a phone. I'd rather live in the moment. Once again, it's all about my family. So I didn't make a video. I made an intro on the way, but I barely even took any pictures. We just enjoyed the day. I took off work. I did meet up with some friends there just for a little bit. We had a good time. I haven't driven the Corvette since the last video I made. I did end up driving it to work the next day like I said I was going to, but it's kind of just been sitting there. I'll probably drive it this week. I don't know if I'll make any content with it just because it's a boring drive to and from work. So we'll see. I do got to get the oil pan on that thing still too. That's it, guys. Fucking stoked this thing moves under its own power. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to grab a piece of vacuum hose probably from the auto parts store tomorrow. So that way I at least can have power brakes. I don't have power steering, but whatever. At least I'll be able to pull in the trailer without fucking dying. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.
12, 16, 112, 1295, 113 for the Camaro entry. Once again, do not forget about the sickest of the sick. If you see somebody that is putting in the extra effort, has, you know, gotten close to going out, but still cracking on, know about it. He would like a car number as well as some description so we can alert the sickest of the sick.